39 times I've been to Guana. I've come with Kay, I've come with Debbie. Ever since I brought the hooker, for a weekend I did book her. Things aren't like before. My wife, she don't come no more. I came with Susan and I came with Joan. I came with Paula and sometimes I just come alone. Ever since I brought the bimbo, my life has been in limbo. Things aren't like before. My wife, she don't come no more.
This is our 15th year of doing this. I'd like to thank everybody that comes and shows up and appreciates what he does every year to give back to the people that buy his music all year round. And we'd like to let everybody know that we'll be doing fireworks shows tonight, and when they do their breaks, and at the very end, bonfires. There's a buffet over there, there's a regular menu going on. And as the night gets progressive, I'm sure it's going to get crazy, but let's try to keep everybody clean and happy. And let's just have a great evening tonight. Welcome to Barefoot Man, C.A.B. and Dilly Dick.
Like when you fell into sea, stepping off the ferry. You had 27 crawfish out of season, we saw it. When you were dancing on the bar, put your hand in the tip jar. Who the hell do you think you are? We saw it. What happens at Nippers doesn't stay at Nippers when you mix it with alcohol. If you're here with somebody, not your wife or your hubby, Facebook will see it all. So when you're on Guana, you might not wanna follow local protocol. All that happens at Nippers doesn't stay at Nippers when you mix it with alcohol. You were on Facebook and Instagram, yeah, and on Twitter and even Telegram, we saw it. So don't you try to deny and claim that never a night went by. You know what the hell I'm trying to say. Hey, we saw it. All together now. What happens at Nippers doesn't stay at Nippers when you mix it with alcohol. If you're here with somebody, not your wife or your hubby, Facebook will see it all. When you're on Guana, you might not wanna follow local protocol. Well, what happens at Nippers doesn't stay in there, cause when you mix it with alcohol. Hey, what happens at Nippers doesn't stay at Nippers, cause it never really happened at all. Thank you.
Hi everybody, this is Nippers Beach Bar and Grill over in Great Guana, Abacos, Bahamas, and I would just like to introduce you to the Barefoot Man and C&B, and I hope everybody has a great afternoon. Here we go, folks. Here is the Barefoot Man.
When they touch you off at Nippers, when you're really drunk, Johnny rolls you down the hill while you're really drunk. You get run over by a golf cart, you rental boat ass out, when they cut you off at Nippers, and you're really drunk. One more. They cut you off at Nippers. What's the problem? You're really drunk. You got it. Be gay to ride a ferry. So I pulled up my paper and pen. I said, give me that refrain again. Woo! You don't have to shine to be a star. You don't have to play a rock. Play a guitar. You don't have to fly. Go first class. You don't have to be a mule to be an ass. You don't have to be a cowboy to ride a horse. You don't have to cheat to get a divorce. You don't have to be straight to go married. You don't have to be gay to ride a ferry. He said, I'm all alone, would you like some company? I said, sir, I'm offended, I don't agree. I may look a little dense, but I prefer a woman. He said, hey, you don't have to be a blonde to be dumb, right? I said, give me that refrain again. You don't have to shine to be a star. You don't have to play rock, play a guitar. You don't have to fly to go first class. You don't have to be a mule to be an ass. You don't have to be a cowboy to ride a horse. You don't have to cheat to get a divorce. You don't have to be straight to go and marry. You don't have to be gay to ride a ferry. Well, I saw him later that night. He had 10 hot women by his side. He said, "Lord, help me out here. Things aren't always what they appear. You don't have to shine to be a star. You don't have to play rock, play a guitar. You don't have to fly, go first time. You don't have to be a mule, be an ass. You don't have to be a cowboy to ride a horse. You don't have to cheat and get a divorce. You don't have to be straight, go and marry. You don't have to be gay to ride a ferry."
If I had a wish, I'd wish for a million wishes. If I were a shark, I wish you were delicious. If I were an island, I wish for real calm seas. If you needed a lover, wouldn't mind if it were me. If I could choose a friend, I think I'd choose Bill Gates. If that sounds kinda greedy, you tell me where my fortune waits. If a chicken came first, how'd the egg come about? If I knew what if meant, I could figure it out. If it's such a big word, if it's just a dream, if it's kind of iffy, you know what I mean. If I were a prophet, maybe I'd be wrong. If I were Jimmy Buffett, this might be a hit song. If I'd gone to college, I might not have common sense, but I'd be on spring break at my poor parents' expense. If I were St. Peter, there's folks I wouldn't let in, like preachers and lawyers and every politician. I'd look much younger if I could just stop time. If I were a beach, the only footprints would be mine. If I were a wind, I'd fill up my sail. If I had more hair, I'd put it in a ponytail. If it's such a big word, if it's just a dream, if it's kind of iffy, if you know what I mean. If I were a prophet, maybe I'd be wrong. If I were Jimmy Buffett, this might be a hit song. If it's such a big word, if it's just a dream, if it's kind of iffy, if you know what I mean. If I were a prophet, maybe I'd be wrong. If I were Jimmy Buffett, this might be a hit song. If I were Jimmy Buffett, this might be a hit song.
Getting close to that time, folks. I hopped on gear, Air, American Airlines, Airgate, yeah, sorry. Airgate. I hopped on Airgate, headed east to visit my family on Green Turtle Key. But before I make Black South, I took a detour around. That's when it all got to me. That's when I ended up on Guana. That's when one sins turned into 3 or 4. Oh hell, I don't know what I am singing for you and me. I'll never leave Nippers again. I started dancing. I knew it was time to go when Johnny turned up the tempo. That's when John and Colin walk in. Oh no! Now I'll never leave the birds again. Felicia called me on Channel 16. She said, Grandpa, would you come and visit me? I didn't want to tell her where I am, so I made up a white lie there and then. I told her that I missed my ferry ride. I'll try to catch a later one tonight. That's when Doc and Susan stumbled in. Oh no! Now I'll never leave Nippers again. I'll never leave Nippers again. Oh, this place is such a sin. I knew it was time to go. Johnny turned up the tempo. That's when Sanford stumbled in. That's when 2 garlics turned to 10. Now I'll never leave Nippers again. There's only one word that comes to mind, folks. and four-letter words I don't say. F-U-C-K. And I said, good friends of F-U-C-K. To my boat.
Which one is that?
We made wild love with the moon above, and we sailed off to Abacos. Somewhere north of Andros, she fell overboard. I never ever found her, so I ended up in court. The judge would not forgive me. He said, son, that was my wife. Do you have one last request before I sentence you to die? Yes, sir. If you're gonna hang me on the fig tree out in Guana along the crystal sea. At least when I'm dying, I'll be smiling. If you're gonna hang me on the fig tree. So they put me on the mailboat with a noose around my throat. The constable had orders, take him straight to Abacos. The village folks were waiting, they were gathered by the dock. Milo selling t-shirts in his little yellow shop. I'm only gonna hang me on the fig tree out in Guana along the crystal sea. At least when I'm dying, I'll be smiling. If you're gonna hang me on the fig tree. On the day of execution, we were down at the hotel. Took a round of crabbers before I went to hell. The constable and hangman, they were passed out cold. I escaped to Lauderdale, now my story has been told. If you're gonna hang me on the fig tree out in Guana along the crystal sea. At least when I'm dying, I'll be smiling. If you're gonna hang me on the fig tree. Everybody sing with me. If you're gonna hang me where?